Welcome back to Snackcast, folks.
Welcome back.
So we are moving on through supplements, and today, this is one that I kind of went, yeah, it's going on my daily list. I don't know how you felt
you adding
about
it? I used
am.
to actually take it, and I need to probably take it again.
I'm pretty sure I did a completely different path of research than you
I'm
did.
sure you did.
And it was stark, mind-blowing.
Okay.
So,
Man.
anyways, what are we doing? We're doing
Curcumin.
and turmeric. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, curcumin actually it comes from turmeric, right? That's
Dude, what I read was they're the same.
okay.
So
Name
if
change.
you know
different-
something,
No, I thought it's the same. Like I thought turmeric was actually like the product, and curcumin is what's in it that you need.
you could be right. My research, it treated both as the same.
Okay.
So
Gold jacket, green jacket, curcumin, turmeric. It doesn't really matter, Eddie.
right. So you want to start kind of with what you know?
Yeah, I mean, I've taken it before. It's an anti-inflammatory.
Where's it come from?
A plant.
There you go. And it's a
Right.
spice, right?
Yep.
It's a spice derived from the turmeric
It
plant.
is. It's red in color, I think.
Orangey.
Like orangey. A lot of times you'll find it, especially internationally, in curry. Indians, Pakistanis. There's tons of Japan. I mean, there's tons of countries that have turmeric.
Oh, curry sounds so good right now.
But no, it's got a laundry list of things that it's good for: muscle soreness, arthritis, anxiety, metabolic conditions, degenerative eye diseases, like glaucomas, cataracts, those types of things. It is fat soluble, and it is extremely poorly absorbed in the body. It's very hard to get.
I got that too. Yeah.
It's very hard to get. So we can get to how to improve the absorption, but let's move on to what you got.
So I went to PubMed, and the very first article that came up, I even referenced the number because I want people here to be able to go read it for themselves, because it was really in-depth and not scientifically in-depth, because I can't keep up with that. I'm talking about results in-depth. So the article was PMC 5664031.
Okay.
It was written in October of 2017, and they mentioned a lot of the stuff you did: antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. They called it a polyphenol, or it does something with polyphenols. But that, we were talking yesterday, what's a flavonoid? Well, apparently it's a polyphenol.
That sums it up.
Well, right. I mean, I don't necessarily know what that means, but so polyphenols are flavonoids, tannic acid, and elagitonin. Whatever. Go read the article. Okay. So here was the part. So the antioxidant, it reduces oxidative stress. It fights free radicals. We get that, right? The anti-inflammatory part of this, in this article, they specifically talk about Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, MS, epilepsy, cardiovascular, metabolic syndrome, cancer, allergy, asthma, bronchitis, colitis, arthritis, renal ischemia, whatever that is, eyes, you mentioned, psoriasis, diabetes, obesity, depression, fatigue, and acquired immune deficiency syndrome, AIDS.
Wow.
Holy schmoly.
That's a lot.
From a little spice.
A little pill.
Right? So, arthritis, it spoke about separately in about 4 other paragraphs, strictly on arthritis.
Arthritis was a big one.
Both chronic and acute. I've got our buddy, Mr. Wood, that we've been playing a lot of golf lately, and he thinks it's inherited. I don't know if it is or not, but apparently his mom has it too. But he has it in his hands. So I already texted the article to him. I was like, you got to go read this, right? So then you mentioned metabolic, right? The things that helps in the metabolic syndrome had an equally long list as anti-inflammatory, right? Insulin resistance, hyperglycemia, hypertension, low high-density lipoprotein cholesterol, HDL, elevated low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, LDL, elevated triglyceride levels, obesity, and especially visceral obesity. It blows my mind that a supplement has a positive effect on that many things, and it's been documented by the National Library of Medicine, whatever it's called, NLM. The only other really thing I got from that article that I wanted to include here was there is a section on side effects. They said basically it's a long-established safety record. The only known complications are in very high doses taken over time. Daily in very high doses can nausea and diarrhea and yellow poop. And I think it used a different phrase than poop in the article, but yeah.
So for all of the benefits, that's all of the upside. The downside is that it's tough to get enough, right? So it's a fat soluble, meaning if you take it with fat, it's going to absorb better. A lot of people take it with pepper, right? So that helps it digest a little bit better.
It's actually, there is a component in pepper.
Piperine or something?
Yeah, you got that too.
Yeah.
It's Piperine.
Piperine.
And apparently, according to PubMed, it increases absorption 2,000% when taken with piperine.
The other thing you can do is heat it slightly and put it in things like teas, and that helps the absorption as well. But yeah, most of your supplements, if you order curcumin now,
they have the
piperine in it to help it absorb, and then eat it with a pound of bacon and you're good.
Right. So I didn't get a chance to look into the efficacy of I'll call them the Sam's Club, Costco supplements. Did you discover any that?
When I used to take it, there was a company that was really good at supplement marketing, and they had all the data regarding their uptake of curcumin and how theirs was better than everybody else's.
It's interesting that you said really good at supplement marketing and not really good at supplements.
Well, how do you know the efficacy of that? Right. So, it was really good marketing, and you're like, oh, it's the best. But does it just really need pepper?
Right.
But from what I gather,
I'm sure
you can get
have the same, how good do you absorb other things?
Oh, yeah.
I imagine on a ton of meds.
Well, remember I was telling you I was having a lot of acid reflux and a lot of other problems. That was at the time that I was really trying to dive in and find other things that were like, all right, how can I fix my gut? How can I fix some of these things? And this was my first go-to was turmeric. And I guess probably why I stopped taking it, it wasn't really helping. It wasn't helping at all. And I don't think it was the turmeric so much was the other crap that I had going on, the gluten, the poor absorption from an acetic state. So there was just I had extremely low stomach acid. Another story, go see the apple cider vinegar, and you'll understand that as well. But yeah, there's just I think there's a ton of good things, but I think it's an add-on for when you are back to having fairly decent absorption in your gut. If you have one of these Crohn's and colitis or GERD or one of these really bad digestion problems,
ton of big pharma, can mess up the gut.
Yeah, you have a bunch of other drugs that you're taking. You can probably throw this one out. It's just not going to be absorbed in your body yet. You got to stage one, right?
Is there any other way? We've talked about vitamin IVs before. Any other way to get it, or dietary? All I read was dietary.
Oh, I saw it was dietary as well. Yeah, I don't think you can IV this thing. That would probably be bad. But
spicy.
Yeah, it looks like it has all the benefits, but you can't be extremely sick already. You gotta.
Well, I can tell you personally that of all the ones we've studied, we've got like 3 or 4 left to go. Of all the ones we've studied, there are, we'll call it 4. It's really 3 that I am adopting. And one of them is the Myers cocktail that has the B complex. It has other vitamins. It's an IV. I'm going to go once a month, get that done. In that IV will be glutathione.
Mention that.
Which is liver kidney, right?
Then you do your...
And it's the most potent antioxidant, they claim. I'm going to do the ACV.
Elderberry.
I'm on the fence on elderberry. I don't want to get so many that I get exhausted, and I'm more impressed with turmeric at this point than elderberry. I think elderberry definitely has a place when you're starting to get sick.
Starting to get sick, right.
But as a daily...
Probably not.
So as a daily, it'll be, I do my vitamin waters.
I was going to say, you already do your minerals, right?
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm going to keep doing them because... kind of tastes good anyways, but
you're probably getting a lot of those trace minerals anyway.
Maybe, but yeah, ACV and turmeric are going on my dailies. That's and then monthly will be the Myers cocktail with the glutathione. Oh yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be glowing.
So, well, I poisoned this body enough. It needs the help,
Right? You poisoned it in the early years, help it in the later years. Good.
Right.
That's how that works out.
What was the old phrase? I'm going to slide into the grave and taking out beer cans on the way in.
Right.
So that's all I got. I was really impressed with this one. Like I said, go check out that PubMed article. It went into a lot greater detail, not scientific detail, just all the different ways and how it does each of these things.
That's cool.
It was pretty good. Cool. So questions, comments, concerns, hit us at snackcast@yes.fit.
Stay moving.
See ya.